months or more. Coast One Tax Group helps people all across America save big amounts of money. David from California saved $48,000 on back taxes. James and Lisa from Dallas saved $102,000. Call Coast One Tax
$469-0286. That's 1-800-469-0286.
Hey, we'll go here in about 30.
Sounds good.
Okay.
He's on a roll now. You're going to have to jump in with both feet. You're going to have to pay strict attention from here on out. The Jody Mack Show is back. Here's Jody Mack. Saturday get together here on CBS Sports Radio. Hopefully your weekend's going well. Jody Mack hanging with you. Got 2 hours and change left to play. A lot of big things going on in the world of sports. NFL collaborating on a collective bargaining agreement. Baseball getting back.
Hey, we're ready to roll when you are, David.
But it's nice to see it back up.
All right, I'll play the intro in a few seconds.
Between the Sixers and the Bucks. Now the question is, will that one be over before the fight starts tonight? Because, yeah, we got a big fight tonight.
Roncalli Rebels basketball on CBS Sports 1430. Powered by Marian University, Ascension St. Vincent, McDonald's, Indiana Members Credit Union, Beck Service Center, Steve's Flowers and Gifts, Ortho Indy, Chick-fil-A, Glendon Rochford Orthodontics, Roncalli High School, and Locke Veldhoff. Rob Brown is on the call. It's time for the McDonald's pregame show.
And a pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to Roncalli Rebels basketball here on the Ascension St. Vincent Rebel Media Network. Rob Brown, Jack Wardzala with you tonight. Happy to be back in the friendly confines of the Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium on the campus of Roncalli High School as the Rebels in the home stretch. Just 2 games to go in this regular season. Both of them here at home. The sectional draw will be tomorrow. The sectional starts a week from Tuesday night on March the 3rd for the Rebels. It'll be at Southport, so we've hit the end of this 2019-20 season. Hard to believe that that's where we are, but the Rebels are at that point, and both of these teams come into tonight's game looking to bounce back after tough losses. For Franklin Central last night, it was a 68-66 loss at Westfield at the buzzer after the Flashes had hit a 3 to tie the game with 3.5 seconds to go. But for our vantage point, the Rebels in a similar position, coming off a 1-point loss, 60-59 at Greenfield Central on Tuesday night. The circumstances of that one, Jack, a little bit different in that that was not a game where the Rebels was a tight game. That was a game the Rebels were down 15 and had to come all the way back, down 8 points with a minute 20 to go before Aiden Leffler tied the game with 30 seconds to go on a 3, and the Rebels lost on a free throw with 3.5 seconds left. So a disappointing loss, but a chance in the home whites here tonight and next Friday night to get back in the win column before sectional.
Yeah, I think the Rebels need to be able to build up a little bit of momentum right before sectionals. It's always good to have a good 1 or 2 wins, especially football. It was nice to have that win against Garen. I'm sure getting 2 wins back-to-back for them will give them the confidence to boost them through sectionals.
Well, the Rebels' energy level put them in a lack of thereof, I should say, put them in a 15-point hole in the second quarter in Greenfield. But the second half energy was great. 25 points in the fourth quarter, second highest fourth quarter scoring total of the year. One thing though that the Rebels don't have to fix, at least recently, they've shot the ball with an unbelievable volume here in the last 2 games, shooting 59% combined over the last 2, including 63% on Tuesday night. But boy, Jack, we watched this. Franklin Central team warming up to our left. Here's we're courtside. This is the biggest team that I've seen all year in terms of teams the Rebels have faced. So rebounding has to be a key tonight.
Yeah, I think Asher's going to come into play because Asher is going to have to guard their freshman, Jalen Hooks, number 14, who's also 6'7", and is probably like Asher, but Asher's going to be able to almost manipulate him because he's a freshman who has experience, and I hope Asher's able to box out and be able to get those boards that the Rebels need.
Well, the other thing that the Rebels will have to keep an eye on tonight, turnovers. That was part and parcel to the deficit they faced on Tuesday night. Live ball turnovers specifically. You don't mind it. You always mind the turnovers, but you don't mind them as much when the officials are handing somebody the ball. But it's those errant passes, the steals that lead to breakouts and easy buckets. You don't want to give a team that's as explosive as Franklin Central easy baskets.
Yeah, that can be frustrating for a team, and it also can reduce the confidence of a team. And
When you have a game like that where your team shows some spirit to come back and you come up short, got a bus ride home, then when you get through the rest of the week, how much time do you spend kind of reflecting on that game and cleaning things up with your team, and how much of it do you then do you move forward?
You know, it was kind of nice that we went Tuesday, Saturday this week, so we had that extra day rather than going Tuesday, Friday. So we spent Wednesday looking at film and talking about it, and then able to move forward Thursday and Friday, getting ready for a very good Franklin Central team.
Franklin Central, coached by Chris Byers, who came over from Warren Central. They've got a little bit of a different look about them, both from a style and a personnel standpoint. You were able to go up and see them at Westfield last night. They lost to the Horn. What did you see from them, and what were your impressions?
Yeah, just really a well-coached team, athletic, make some shots. You know, and they didn't really even get much from their big freshmen inside. So, you know, they've got a lot of pieces. We just have to be ready to go. They pick up some full court. We've got to take care of the basketball, and at the end of the day, I know it sounds simplistic, but we're going to have to make some shots.
Looking at in the years past, when you've played teams like this, you've always kind of had a number in mind, like we've got to score X number of points to win tonight. You know, scoring 45 is not going to get it done tonight.
Yeah, I think we need 60 for sure to win this game. I just don't think you win it 55-54. So again, I told our guys they don't want to lose two this weekend as far as Franklin Central, so we can play a little bit free and easy. A little bit of the pressure's on them.
Rebels taking on Franklin Central tonight before senior night next Friday night against Brebeuf. Good luck, Coach.
Thanks, Rob.
That's Rebels head coach Michael Wantz. We're back after this on the Ascension St. Vincent Rebel Media Network.
Marian University wants
David,
to
two
know,
here sounds good.
what are
Okay,
you
David,
made
two
of?
here sounds good.
At Marian University,
Copy that.
faith. Our students are service-minded and want to make a difference in the world. Our students possess the skills and intellect required of leaders. Come to Marian University, Indy's premier Catholic university, and let us help you find out what you're made of. You can apply for free today at marian.edu.
Schedule online anytime. Getting an appointment with Ascension Care teams at St. Vincent just got easier with online scheduling. Now you don't have to break away from your day to book the care you need when and where you need it. No matter where you are or what you're up to, whether you're a new patient or if you've been here before, just pick the appointment that works for you. Schedule online anytime at getstvincentcare.com.
Official orthopedic provider.
Jack Wardzala, I'm Rob Brown. I'm Rob Brown. Tonight on a Saturday night. David Collins, our in-studio producer. Sports 1430 flagship. JV team for Roncalli won earlier tonight. 63-56 to improve to 18 with one game to go. And their season. We'll wrap up the season next Friday night against Brebeuf Jesuit. Meanwhile, Franklin Central wraps up its season next Friday night at Perry Meridian. The Flash will be in the Shelbyville section. Rebels will be in the sectional. Southport. A couple other games to keep an eye on tonight. Cathedral is at Fort Wayne Snyder. Decatur Central. Mount Vernon at Greenwood. South Vernon at Greenwood. Long bus ride down to Evansville Rights. That's a long ride. That's a Saturday.
That's a very long ride.
After the game. And Brebeuf Jesuit hosting Traders on the Braves senior night. Brebeuf will be in here next Friday night with the senior night festivities for the Rebels. The regular season finale with the win last night over Covenant Christian. 4-0 in the conference. And its third Circle City Conference title. And second Brebeuf straight. Has won 3 out of the 4 since the conference. The only time they did not was when the Rebels won the conference title back in the 2017 season. Well, this is the 36th meeting all-time between Roncalli and Franklin Central. The Flashes lead the all-time series 26-9. Series was dormant throughout much of the early 2000s, but resumed in the 2012-2013 season. Teams have split the last 6 meetings. And the home team has won the last 4, which that bodes well for the Rebels. Tonight, Franklin Central winning the matchup last year back on the 16th of February, 42-31. And that was a game in which the Rebels had just 15 points through 3 quarters. Really struggled to score the basketball before At least getting some points on the board, a 16-point fourth quarter to make the score look a little bit more respectable. One other thing we'll keep you informed on tonight, in case you were unaware, Roncalli with four wrestlers competing in the state wrestling final this weekend at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Senior Sam Slivka was defeated last night in the 132-pound category. So his season came to an end. A strong 4 years for Sam Slivka, but three wrestlers advanced today's place round. Freshman Bryce Lowry finished fourth. His season completed just about an hour ago. He went 1-2 today to finish the season 38-2. Very strong freshman year for Bryce Lowry at 106 pounds. But then the Rebels have two wrestlers competing for state titles tonight. Bryce's older brother Braden, who has been a placer at state. That's a top 8 finish all three of his previous seasons as a high school wrestler. He will wrestle for the championship at 126 pounds against Ray Rue of Avon. Bryce Lowry 39 and Bray Lowry 39 and 2. Ray Rue 41 and 1. Ray Rue 41 and 1. Interestingly, Jack, one of Lowry's two losses was to Rue earlier this year. The state duels over Christmas break. And then at 145 pounds, Alec Beduya 44 and 0. Wrapping up his senior year with Roncalli, he will wrestle 36 and 4 Jawan Anderson of Warren Central. And of course, Beduya looking to become the first wrestler in Roncalli history to win two state titles. He won a state title. He won a state title back as a freshman 3 years ago. So we'll keep you updated on that. That gets going at about 7:30. We've actually had the feed here at the table, so we'll keep you updated on that as we move through the night. We're more focused on this Roncalli Franklin Central matchup. Jack, you talked a couple things about rebounding being critical tonight. Daniel Asher trying to contain the big freshman Jalen Hooks. What are the things you see for us keys for tonight?
Honestly, I think Thomas Feldman, he's kind of been a bench player. He's kind of been more of a role this season. More of a role this season. I think with them starting him, I think Thomas has been able to come off the bench in a quarter, and he's been playing really well. So I think if Thomas is starting to have a really good game, I think the team will kind of fall into piece. Fall together.
Well, and you heard Michael Wants talk in the pregame. Franklin Central was too athletic. They put too many points on the board. You're not going to expect to beat them 45-40. You're going to have to probably score 60 points. You're going to have to probably score 60 points. I find it difficult to think that the Rebels can get to 60 points tonight without Falmouth having a game in the high teens.
Yeah, I completely agree. Once Falmouth gets shooting, I feel like almost the entire team is able to come together. Donahue starts shooting more. Donahue starts shooting more, and they're getting chemistry, and they're able to get the ball where they're able to get the ball where they need it better and produce that high quality offense.
Well, we're excited for this one. Franklin Central making its first trip to the Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium, taking on the Roncalli Rebels. The Flash is 13-7. Rebels 9-10. Rebels 9-10. We'll take our second final break here in the McDonald's pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the tip for tonight's contest between Roncalli. What's next on the Ascension St. Vincent? Next on the Ascension St. Vincent Rebel Media Network. 2 plus the open here, David. 2 plus the open here, David.
Copy that. Department and academic teams. As excellence abounds on the grounds of Roncalli, that is how we approach the automotive repair business. We are pretty darn good at fixing cars. Located at the southeast corner of Madison and Edgewood, we appreciate your support and are grateful for your business. Go Rebels.
Throughout Chick-fil-A's history, the company has been on a journey that served not only delicious food with a warm smile, but also offer a menu customers feel great about eating. The new Egg White Grill, a protein-packed breakfast sandwich, is a lower-calorie menu option made with a breakfast-sized portion of grilled chicken breast, freshly grilled egg whites, and American cheese served on a toasted multigrain English muffin. Visit the Southport Road Chick-fil-A today and try one.
At Glandier Rochford Orthodontics, we're in the business of making smiles, but straightening teeth is only part of that job. Our team has a passion for serving our patients and their families in Greenwood and Indianapolis. You may start your journey at Glandier Rochford Orthodontics looking for a straighter smile, but you'll leave with new friends and family. Call today at 317-888-2827 to schedule a free consultation for you, your child, and your whole family. 317-888-2827.
30 seconds.
Roncalli High School Pep Band providing tonight's national anthem. If you're ready now, here are the lineups for tonight's game. Both teams with 10 in the scorebook. For the visitors from Franco Central. Benny Ogayon at one guard, 6'2", a junior, averaging 9.2 points per game. Javon Small, their leading scorer. 6'1", the junior, 16.5 points a game. He had 27 last night at Westfield. Jacob Whitney, the third guard, 6'1", a senior, 3.5 points per game. On the front line, Brian Marshall, a sophomore, 6'2", averaging 4.5 points per game. And Jalen Hooks, 6'7", freshman, averaging 9.2 points per game. Chris Byers, the head coach, his first year at Franco Central, 13-7, his record in 6 seasons. He's 112-35. That includes 4 years at Warren. He went 86-18, won the 2018 4A state championship when the Warriors went 32-0. He's assisted by Ken Beatty, Kyle Brewer, and Perry Nash. For the Rebels. Carson Lynch at one guard. He gets his start. 5'11", the junior, averaging 2.5 points per game. Anthony Donahue, 6'2", the junior, the leading scorer, averaging 11.1 a game. He's hit 11 of his last 22 from the three-point line. Thomas Felmuth, the third guard, 6'1", the junior, averaging 7 points per game. On the front line, Daniel Asher, 6'7", the senior, averaging 10.3 points per game. And Matthew Babb gets his first career start. 6'3", the junior, averaging 3 points. Michael Watts, the head coach. Winning his coaching program history. His 400th game in charge of the program. In charge of the program in 145. He's 3-4 against Ron. Assisted by Ian Brown and John Hasty. Tonight's officials. Derek Lynn, Derek Etherington, and Jeff Yoder. Rebels in the home whites with the royal blue script, Rebels, red numerals, and the red and royal blue trim. Franco Central, the traveling black uniform. I've never seen them wear black uniforms.
I kind of like it. Not gonna lie.
That's a good look.
Yeah.
Royal blue flashes and lettering and with the white trim. Asher and Hooks to jump it up. 6'7" against 6'7. Derek Lynn in the center circle, and away we go. Win the back tap. Flashes win the back tap. Rebels in a man-to-man. Hooks fakes a three on Asher. Gives to Whitney for a spot-up jumper that's way short. Rebound muscled out of there and flipped up and in by Javon Small. He just muscled Carson Lynch right off the basketball and put it in. We talked about offensive rebounds. The Rebels are going to have to keep the flashes off the board. Threes. Does not shoot threes. He's shown three a couple times. Spinning in the lane. Nice move down the lane, but the shot is missed at the rim. Offensive rebound by Whitney. He had a poke free by Donahue. Marshall on the initial attempt. Here comes Donahue. Finds Felmuth in the corner. He bowls right by Marshall. He bowls right, throw it back to Marshall. It's deflected. Daniel still gets it. Daniel backs in. Jump hook up, and it's off the mark. It's off the mark. Rebounded by Hooks. Boy, Hooks is so long at 6'7". Hooks is so long legs.
He's very lanky.
Long legs. You have to think it's only a freshman. He's only going to get bigger. He's only going to get bigger.
He's only going to get bigger and better.
Yeah.
So he's only going to get bigger and better.
Big Ten interest. Already getting and Pick small at the top of the key, but called for a hand check foul. Carson's foul, his first and the team's first. First foul on either team. First foul on either team here in the first quarter. 6:36 left here in the first quarter. All tied at 2. Benny Ogayon. All tied at 2. He was the leading scorer last year's game with 12 points. He was the leading scorer in last year's game with 12 points. Small drives on Lynch to the bucket, put it up and in. Small drives on Lynch to the bucket, put it up and in. Small getting right to the rim. He has all 4 flashes points. Lynch out front. To Donahue off a screen, dribble handoff to Felmuth. Back to Donahue. Asher deep post catch, put it off the rim, it rolled off. Here comes Marshall on the run, or make that Whitney rather. Ogayon against Lynch. Hooks tries a 3, that's way short. Long rebound corralled by Asher. Finds Donahue. Waits for help, finds Donahue. 4-2 Rebels trail. On the far sideline, 5:43 to go. Here in the first quarter. Here in the first quarter. The arc. Mark. Foul line jumper came out to contest. And the rebound hauled in by Marshall. And the rebound hauled in by Marshall. Up the floor, Ogayon. Hustled back. Whitney gives to Hooks. He puts up another three. That's an air ball over the rim. Rebounded by Donahue. Air ball over the rim. Rebounded by Donahue.
I think Hooks needs to drive it on Asher once before he starts. Drive it on Asher once.
Donahue's pull-up three is missed. And Donahue's pull-up three is missed. And Ogayon flashes. 3:45 to go in the quarter. For the flashes. 3:45 to go in the quarter. To the bucket. Nice move. Flipped up and in by Marshall. Nice move. Flipped up and in by Marshall. 8-4 the score. Falmouth pull-up jumper the other way. Falmouth pull-up jumper the other way. Skipped off. Donahue, though, saved the rebound off the leg. Donahue, though, saved the rebound off the leg of Whitney and out of bounds.
That's pretty creative by Donahue to be able to shove the ball back by Donahue to be able to shove the ball back players and one of the flashes players.
Yeah, he couldn't grab it, but he was able to knock it off. But he was able to knock it off. Whitney, 8-4 the score. Rebels trail by 4. Michael Wantz calls out the play that he wants. Michael Wantz calls out the play that he wants. Operates with the dribble out the jump circle. Lynch operates with the dribble out the jump circle. Straight away. Bab at the left arc. Falmouth off the screen. Comes out to get it. Falmouth off pass deflected in the corner right to Donahue for three. Pass deflected in the corner right to Donahue for three. He got it. That wasn't how they drew it up. They tried to get into Asher, but they tried to get into right in the corner to Donahue, and he was ready to shoot. Right in the corner to Donahue, and he was ready to shoot. Hooks. Pull-up jumper from 2 is good. Pull-up jumper from 2 is good. Well, you talked about the three-point shots. You talked about the 3 for 12 on the year. So the Rebels 3 for 12. Don't mind at all him shooting those threes. Don't mind at all him shooting those threes.
No.
That mid-range game, though, if he hits the first one, he might get locked in. If he hits the first one, he might get locked in. 10-7 the score.
Yeah.
Falmouth comes out to get it right side. Nice lob into Asher. They were fronting over the top. And Asher lays it in. Nice pass. Nice finish. Asher lays it in. Nice pass. Nice finish.
Finish by Asher. It was a very good finish underneath the backboard and just throw it up underneath the backboard.
Small, who has 6, and Lynch Small, who has 6, to knock it off the baseline. Couple subs in the game for couple subs in the game for the Flashes. Deshaun Bates, a 6'4" junior. Deshaun Bates, a 6'4" junior. And Jack, you remarked they only have 2 seniors in uniform. They only have 2 seniors in uniform tonight.
Yeah. Very young team. So is Roncalli. So is Roncalli out.
Whitney, the one senior starter, Demarion Davis. And we've got a call away from the play. And we've got a call away from the play. 5'9" seniors come into the game. Davis, a 5'9" senior, come into the game. Falmouth away from the play. That foul on Falmouth. His first team second. His first Chuck McGinty stepping in for the Rebels. First sub for them. Stepping in for the Rebels. First sub for them. Chuck, a 6'2" senior. Whitney baseline right under the Flashes hoop. Bounce to Small. He backs in on Falmouth, and an offensive foul. Lowered the shoulder. Thomas took the hit.
Nice little charge there.
Smalls foul his first and the team's first. That's the 6th charge that Falmouth has drawn this year. That leads the team. 10-9 the score. Rebels down 1. 2 minutes to go. First Lynch high left. Hand to Falmouth. Throwing off the screen. Donahue in the lane. Up and under. 10-footer good. We had a double clutch that one, and the Rebels have their first lead of the night. 11-10. And a legal screen. Off-ball foul on Small. That's 2. Oh, my.
He's going to be up to.
Oh, my.
He's going to be careful.
Now they got to get him out of the game. So that's interesting, Jack. I mean, he clearly is their best offensive player.
Yeah. If he won't be a threat if he's out of the game. He won't be a threat if he's out of the game.
Marshall's in. McGinty gets it in to Falmouth. Marshall plays in. So we'll make a note of that. Javon Small picks up his second foul. He heads to the bench. Rebels lead by 1. 11-10. Lynch blows right by Davis to the bucket, and Hooks blocked the shot. Bab tied him up, and the arrow favors the Rebels.
Nice jump ball by Bab to be able to get into that and try to get into that.
Well, the Rebels have the arrow, so the possession continues at the Roncalli end. 1:28 to go in the quarter, and the Rebels lead by 1. Lynch, nice bounce into Bab, in low. He put it up at the rim, but he's fouled. Under the bucket by Bates. Be the first free throw attempts of the night for either team, coming from the junior Matthew Babb. Bates has fouled his first team third. 126. left to go in the first quarter. Babb hits the first one. Second one up, good. Matthew with 67% on the year, hits both.
67% on the year, hits
scored
both.
6 in a row to take a
3-point
lead.
6 in a row to take a 3-point lead.
13-10 the score. Davis at the point between the circles.
Davis
at pass to Bates on the wing.
There was a pass to Bates on the wing.
Bates, who averages just a point and a half a game.
Bates, who averages just
in the
a
corner
point
to
and a half
Davis.
a game. In the corner to Davis.
He's trapped to Whitney. Attacks on Donahue. Got the step in the lane. Missed it too strong, and Donahue
in the lane
with a tough rebound in traffic. AD into the forecourt. AD
Down
in the lane into traffic.
Down the lane.
McKenzie out to Lynch. Felmuth. In the corner, Donahue. Michael Want says no hurry. Let's get a good shot. 50 seconds to go in the quarter. The Rebel lead is 3. Felmuth high left. Bounce to Donahue on a curl at the foul line. Fakes on the wing to Lynch. Pull up. Baseline jumper is short. Rebounded by Hooks. 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Hooks handling out between the circles. 25 seconds left.
25
Period
seconds
one.
left.
Bates on the far side against
Period
McKenzie.
one. Bates on the far
Gives
side.
to Whitney back out top of the circle. Whitney with 15. Drifts out near the timeline. Now 12. Whitney stationary dribbling. Right wing pass to Davis with 8. Bounce in the corner. Whitney with 6.
Whitney with 6.
Driving. Bounce to Bates. Down the baseline. Pass across the baseline. Knocked out of bounds by Babb. And I think they may put some time up. They're going to put some time back on the clock. .8 is what they'll put up on the clock. .8. Asher's back in, and Ogayone's back in. They want to get .8 up on the clock. They do. Now we're all set. Ogayone inbounding, flashes under the .8. See if they try and get a lob at the rim. They throw it instead out to Hooks. He'll catch and shoot a 3. It's wide left, and that'll do it. So a good strong finish for the Rebels. 6 straight points to close the quarter. It's a 13-10 Roncalli lead after one period of play. Stay tuned. We'll step out for 30 seconds and come right back. Rebel basketball on the Ascension St. Vincent Rebel Media Network.
Roncalli High School is the Archdiocesan Catholic high school on the south side. The school is named Roncalli in honor of Cardinal
We'll see how wearing his balls would go with Smear on the bench. Rebel Center with the basketball is 4-2. 13-10 to score it. If the Rebels score, we get a chance. Look, the Heroes in there for the Rebels for the first time tonight. Ogayon, Davis, Bates. And clear upside by Davis. Here we're going down the piece of that. Wilson got the rebound over Donahue and missed the putback and answer clearance. He's got defensive rebound that the Rebels need right now to change possessions. So the same crowd that finished the quarter are in the quarter for the Francis to start period 2. Look there on the foul line, Junior's in. There's an all pass to steered by Hooks. And Hooks runs over here and Luke was not set at the break. Luke's giving up a foot in that matchup. Back to him till we stand in and touch him. That's not a hit. He has not shown anyone left his last season room to take a hit. And he did it repeatedly like that. He paid for it back there. He doesn't hesitate. Ball's on the floor, however. This is a man shooting situation. Hooks with a nice touch of the run. Nice foul at the inbound by Ogayon.
got another three out front. That's the second three of the night for Donahue.
Really long 3-2.
And it's 16-12, biggest Rebel lead of the night. Davis between the circles, played by Aller. Odeon flares out left wing. He looks. Ball swung around the horn to Hooks. Bates out front. Reverse to Davis. Left side for three. That's short, and it rolls around the top of the backboard. Hits the support stanchion above. That gives the ball back to the Rebels. Nick Spearing is in for the first time. Replacing Felmuth. Nick, the 6'1 senior, he had 9 points off the bench. On Tuesday night, hit 3 out of 4 from three-point range. 16-12 the score. Aller to the top, right side Donahue. Donahue, stop and go drive on Marshall all the way to the rim. Put it up and in. Oh my! I'm not sure how he got to the rim, but he did.
That was a very impressive finish there for him.
Put it in. He has 10, and the Rebel lead is 6. Bates dribbles to the foul line, leaves backside for Davis. Davis on the wing, Hooks. Looks for a cutter. Out top to Bates. Bates can't find a driving angle on McGinsley. Well, Chuck's giving up about 60 pounds in that matchup. Yeah. Bates down the lane. Twisting, missed it wide. Rebound went through Asher's hands. Hooks had the rebound knocked free, and Asher picks up the loose ball. Daniel brings it up the floor himself. Now he drives, and he's fouled by Hooks. His first and the team's fourth. Babs back in for the Rebels. And Small is back in for Franklin Central. Rebels outscored Franklin Central 7-0, Jack, while Small was out of the game.
Yeah, Small's offensive power. He's got to be in there for the flashes in order to create some offense here.
They did not score while he was on the bench when he picked up that second foul. Chris Byers seeing that he has to get his leading scorer back in the contest. Donahue stop and go drive on Ogayon. He flipped it up and in. Well, Anthony Donahue going to work here in the quarter. He has 7. And the lead is 8.
He's playing really well right now.
Bates checked by Babb. McGinsley gave the Rebels some really good minutes. Ogayon's 3 is missed off the bench. Chuck McGinsley, I should say. Asher rebounds Ogayon's miss. Aller. Right side Spearing. Asher out the top of the circle. Tried to find a cutting Aller. Is stolen away by Small. Small up the wing, and Asher gives the foul. To stop the layup and put Small at the line to earn the free throws. Asher's first foul, team's fourth. Small is a 69% free throw shooter. Mentioned he had 27 points last night at Westfield. He had 5 threes. First one up, short. Tied a season high. For Small last night, those 27. These are the first free throw attempts of the night for Franklin Central. 4:43 to go here in the first half. The Rebel lead is 8. It's a 13-2 Roncalli run. Franklin Central's second free throw is good. And Michael Wantz would like a full timeout. Full timeout called. Roncalli with a 7-point lead, 20-13 on our Beck Service Center scoreboard. We'll step out for 30 seconds and come right back. It's Rebel basketball on the Ascension St. Vincent Rebel Media Network.
Gallatin Bryant.
David, be ready. I won't call one right off the top, but just be ready for the ID as we get close to it.
My financial partner.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay.
CEU, Indiana Members Credit Union. They offer the commercial services our practice needs, like a line of credit, equipment financing, and corporate credit cards. We count on IMCU, Indiana Members Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
Jump and Asher hauls in the miss. Ogion mistimed his jump and Asher 22-13. 3:45 left in the first half. The Rebel lead is 8. Left in the first half. The Rebel lead is 8. Linge at the right wing. Out top to Spearing. Nick fires it into Asher. Pass deflected. Asher got it back. He missed the shot, but he's fouled by Hooks. And that's 2 on Hooks. But he's fouled by Hooks. And that's 2 on Hooks. So Asher shoots 2. Felmuth and Whitney wait to come in after this first free throw. Asher first one up, good. Daniel with 7 points here in the first half. Hooks checks out with 2 fouls. Whitney's back in. And Felmuth gives Donahue a break. Anthony with 7 points in the quarter and 12 in the game. Asher second one up, second one in. Well, he's had a good first half here, Jack.
Yeah, he has. He's been able to control the rebounds, and the offensive boards he's been getting has been great.
And you wondered which big man would be the first one to get his second foul, and it was Hooks. Small drives on Carson Lynch. Carson hand checking up too tight. That's his second. But just the fifth on the Rebels, so the foul's on the floor. Here comes Luke Aller back in for the Rebels. So 3:25 to go in the half. Roncalli leads by 11, 24-13. Small. Left side Bates. Small. Drive. Now Bates in the lane, up and under move. He got it to go. Nice move by Bates to stay with it.
He was able to move around. Nick Spearing pretty easily.
Nick's giving up way too much size in that matchup. Bates 6'4", about 230. Left corner Felmuth fakes a 3, pull in, high arcing 2 is too strong, and rebounded by Marshall. Each team with 5 team fouls as we're under 3 minutes to go in the half. Rebel lead is 9. Ogion to the elbow, jumps it up over Aller short. Rebound Small able to get it, and what's the call? Offensive foul, that's 3 on Small. Aller took the hit. Small jumped over him easily to get the offensive rebound, but that's the third foul on Small, and all 3 of them have been offensive fouls.
All of them have been charges.
Bates is back. Davis is back in for Franklin Central, replacing Small. And for the Rebels, Donahue's back in for Spearing. 24-15. Rebel lead is 9. 2:35 to go here in the first half. Donahue drives on Ogion all the way to the bucket. They never stop the ball, and Donahue lays it in. Chris Byers has seen enough.
Donahue's having a really strong quarter. He's producing a lot of points for the Rebels.
Oh, it's no timeout. They just call the bench warning? Bench warning. So that's a warning, and that makes perfect sense. So we play on with the Rebels up 11. Cole Perry is in for the first time tonight. A sophomore played in the JV game. Down the baseline, Babb took it away from Marshall. 2:03 left in the half. The Rebel lead is 11. Aller working on Perry. Out front to Donahue. Gets a screen from Babb. Babb on the roll. Kicks it out to Aller. Luke spotting 3. That's long. Rebound nicely pulled down in traffic by Whitney. That was a good look by Aller. The other way, Davis tries a three in the corner. That's short on the front of the rim. Loose ball run down by Asher. Foot race to the goal. Asher the bucket. He dunked it on Whitney. Oh my gosh, and he's been teed up. He just got teed up. He just got teed up. He dunked it on Whitney, but then he got teed up. He dunked it on Whitney, but then he got teed up. I get being excited about dunking the basketball, but you got to keep your head about you.
Oh, man. Great play.
Michael Wantz is incensed. Michael Wantz is incensed. So Asher with a one-hand punch, but a technical foul also called. Whitney shoots two. First one up and in. First one up and in. McKenzie's in for Asher. McKenzie's in for Asher. Whitney shoots two, hits them both. Whitney shoots two, hits them both. Well, Michael Wantz, I won't repeat what he said to Asher. We can't say it on the air.
Yeah.
We can't say it. 28-17.
Yeah.
He's got a point. You got all the momentum in the world, and you just give him 2 points.
You gotta keep your composure.
You let the dunk speak for itself.
Exactly.
28-17. Down the baseline, a hand check foul called on Falmouth. Rebels are in the penalty now, or over the limit, I should say. That's team foul 7. Falmouth second. So to the line is Whitney, who Jacob Whitney made two moments ago. First one on the way. That one rolls off and rebounded by Donahue. 28-17. Long pass ahead to Babb. He goes to the bucket. He's bumped. He flipped it up. No. But he drew the foul on the baseline. And shoots two. And while Babb loads up these two free throws, we're past the top of the hour, so let's go ahead and take a station identification real quick. Pausing to remind you, you're listening to Roncalli Rebels basketball on the Ascension St. Vincent Rebel Media Network.
Indy's home for hoops is CBS Sports 1430, WXNT AM Indianapolis, WZPL HD3 Greenfield, Indianapolis.
Now Matthew Babb splits the pair. Makes the first, misses the second. 29-17, Rebel lead is 12. Rebels led by as much as 13. Final 105 to go here first half. From the Vinny. On the campus of Roncalli High School, Davis curls in the lane. Ball back out to Bates for a three. That's off the rim. Rebound ripped down by Marshall. He took it right away from McKenzie. Strong rebound by Marshall.
Yeah, he got up there pretty high.
Rebound by Marshall.
Yeah, he got up
29-19, 10-point Rebel lead. 45 seconds to go. Here in the half, both teams are over the foul limit. Donahue has 9 in the quarter, 14 in the game. Bounces on the wing, and he throws it out of bounds. He had two teammates there. They collided. Falmouth and Babb. Rebels turn it over. 29-19. Final 30 seconds of the half. Franklin Central trails by 10. Rebels have outscored them by 7. 16-9 here in the quarter. Perry just dribbled the ball to the far sideline off his foot, but he cracked it down before it went out of bounds. The possession continues. Whitney with it out between the circles with 12 to go in the half. Dribble handoff to Davis. He's out high with 8. To the side of the foul line with 4. Marshall in the lane. Forces it up. Missed it wide, and that'll do it. The Rebels get a stop to close out the half. And Roncalli with a 16-9 advantage in the quarter. Takes, as a result, a 29-19 lead. 10-point advantage. Into the halftime break on the Beck Service Center scoreboard. We'll step out for 60 seconds. Come back, tell you all about it. Coming up next, after this, on the Ascension St. Vincent, Rebel Media Network.
Steve's Flowers and Gifts is your family-owned Indianapolis and Greenwood florist. Our mission is to establish and maintain full value and customer service at comfortable consumer prices. For the best and freshest flowers in Indianapolis and surrounding areas, Steve's Flowers and Gifts has exactly what you're looking for. Check out our wide selection of flower arrangements
Franklin Central at the break. 29-19. Let's look at how the first half unfolded. Franklin Central led early by 4 points on 2 occasions, 6-2 and 8-4. But then over the final 3.5 minutes of the first quarter, the Rebels outscored Franklin Central 9-2. And then led by to lead 13-10 after one. And the Rebels led by as much as 13 in the second quarter. 28-15. Franklin Central scored for the final 5 points to close out the half, but it was a 16-9 Rebel advantage in that second quarter. And boy, Javon Small certainly getting into foul trouble for Franklin Central had an impact on the first half, but credit to the Rebel defense. They really forced Franklin Central into some tough shots, and if it hadn't been for Franklin Central's efforts on the offensive glass, you could make the case that they'd be hovering around 10 points right about now.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, with Javon Small out there, leading scorer, that's been really tough for Franklin Central, and Roncalli's defense has honestly been really great this game, and I know Asher's been working hard down low with Hooks, who's only had 2 points this entire game, which is really low for him. And Arson and Luke Aller, they've been stepping up and playing some really good defense.
Well, the Rebels led by Anthony Donahue, he has 14. Daniel Asher with 10. Javon Small has 7 to pace Franklin Central. We'll take our first break here on the halftime show. When we come back, Jack has your first half totals. Coming up next, after this 2-minute pause on the Ascension St. Vincent Rebel Media Network.
Hi folks, it's Ben Stallings from Beck Service Center. As longtime supporters of Roncalli High School, we are proud to back the Rebel athletic teams, fine arts department, and academic teams. As excellence abounds on the grounds of Roncalli, that is how we approach the automotive repair business. We are pretty darn good at fixing cars. Located at the southeast corner of Madison and Edgewood, we appreciate your support and are grateful for your business. Go Rebels.
McDonald's proud.
you've been here before. Just pick the appointment that works for you. Schedule online, anytime at GetSTVincentCare.com.
Marian University wants to know, what are you made of? At Marian University, our students are made of character and faith. Our students are service-minded and want to make a difference in the world. Our students possess the skills and intellect required of leaders. Come to Marian University, Indy's premier Catholic university, and let us help.
Services has been serving the South Side and greater Indianapolis community since 1896. We offer compassionate care and a no-obligation consultation with affordable options. We're here to help 24/7. We are proud to be a part of the Roncalli family and the Archdiocese of Indianapolis. Call us today at 317-636-6655.
That's all we've got for the Indiana Members Credit Union halftime show. Now, time for the second half on CBS Sports 1430.
Roncalli High School serves over 1,100 students in a nurturing atmosphere that promotes academic, social, and spiritual growth in the Catholic tradition. Roncalli has been recognized 3 times as a Blue Ribbon School of Excellence. Roncalli High School, preparation for life. Preparation for life.
Well, that's Jack Wardzala. I'm Rob Brown. Glad you've chosen to spend part of your Saturday night with us. Regular season winding down. Just one more game to go after tonight. We'll be back here on Friday night for senior night as the Rebels take on Brebeuf Jesuit. 7:15 our start time for that with the pregame show. 7:30 the tip. Brebeuf Jesuit 13-7 heading into today's action. They had their 13-6, I should say. They had their senior night game tonight against Traders Point. And right now on our monitor we have Bryce Lowry wrestling Ray Rue of Avon. The state championship match at 126 pounds. So Roncalli's Bryce Lowry currently wrestling. We'll keep you updated on that. As we move to the start of this third quarter. Rebels trailed 8-4 middle of the first quarter, but then from that point forward outscored Franklin Central 25-11 to grab this 10-point lead. And it will be Roncalli ball coming out of the break to start this third quarter. Well, the Rebels have to keep pressing, and Jack, you have to think that. I would think, given how limited he was due to foul trouble in that first half, Javon Small is going to be ultra aggressive here in this third quarter.
Yeah, I think he's going to be trying to make up for all the time that he's lost in points and try to kind of give it back to his team for the fouls he's had.
29-19, Franklin Central breaks the huddle to our right. Babb, Donahue, Lynch, Felmuth, and Asher, the 5 on the floor for the Rebels. Same 5 who began the game. We're ready to go. Rebels moving right to left. Toward their bench in this first half. Donahue gets it right back from Babb on the inbound. Now to Lynch. Rebels get into their offense. Felmuth on the far side. Looks for Asher in the block. It's stolen away by Small. Hook's running the wing. Puts it up and dunks it down. Oh, my. Oh, my. My goodness.
2 big dunks here.
At the same end. With a right hand on the right side of the rim. Hooks has 6. That has some authority behind it.
I think that was almost a step back at Asher.
It was. Lynch hand checked too tightly out front by Oguion. Foul called on the 6'2 junior. His first and the team's first. Heading into the third period, Braden Lowry down 1-0. To Ray Rue of Avon. 39-2, Rue 41-1, and one of Lowry's 2 losses was to Rue. Felmuth got the step on Small, goes to the bucket, put it up in and out, and the rebound is tapped and grabbed by Small. 3 on 2. Small through the lane, put it up, and he put it off the rim and no good. Rebound is pulled out of there by Whitney. Foul called though before Whitney flipped it in. On the floor against the Rebels. Let's see where it goes. No shot. Fouls on Asher, his third. Fouls on Asher.
Asher's got to be careful. His team needs him in these next two quarters to keep getting offensive rebounds and getting scores.
His third, team's first. His third, team's first. Ogeon drives on Lynch down the lane, throws up a wild shot. Down the lane, throws up a wild shot. Missed and tapped to Asher. Missed and tapped to Asher. Lynch walks it into the forecourt. Carson out near the timeline. Has the count going. Finds Felmuth top of the key. Lob into Asher. Daniel able to save it. Nope, he stepped on the baseline. Turn it over. That was a tough pass.
A little too high for Asher. A little too high.
Asher. Hook's at 6'7". You got to put it up pretty high to get it over the top when Hooks is playing on the front side with his hand up. 29-21. Rebel lead is 8. Small. Pull up shot from the foul line is up and in. Got a friendly kick off the back of the rim. Small has 9. 4 quick points by the Flashes to start the second half, and the lead trimmed to 6. What was once 13. Rebels need a hoop. Lynch. Bounce to Babb at the top of the key. He throws it right in the scorer's table. Felmuth hook cut one way, the pass went the other. Michael wants one time. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. And the Rebels lead it 29-23.
Indy Teledata. Trouble with your phones and computers? Considering video surveillance? Contact Indy Teledata. They provide technology solutions to local businesses and organizations, including Roncalli High School. Indy Teledata is a proud supporter of Roncalli athletics and fine arts. For complete details, visit them at indyteledata.com.
Well, during our break there, we just learned that Braden Lowry won the state championship at 126. Braden Lowry defeated Ray Rue of Avon. So Braden Lowry, the state champion at 126. Fifth state champion in Roncalli wrestling history. Small splits a double team, stop and go move to the rim, put it up and in. And just as we anticipated, he has come out aggressive.
Yeah, he's hungry for those shots. He's hungry for those shots.
29-25. Rebel lead down to 4. To the top of the key, picked up his dribble. Babb kicks it out to Lynch. In the corner, Asher. Daniel. Picked up his dribble, needs help. Finds Babb on a nice back cut. He put it up and in. Boy, that's a big bucket. Just to stop the Franco Central momentum a little bit.
Yeah, and it kind of got Roncalli out of that scoring hole that they put themselves in.
Small down the lane, finds Ogeon cutting to the rim, he put it up and in. 126. 31-27. Asher drives on Hooks. To the bucket, turns, shot partially blocked. Michael Wantz wanted a foul. Here comes Marshall the other way. Marshall at the top of the key. Whitney, right elbow jumper, good. Stepped into it in rhythm, and it's a 2-point game. 31-29. It was a 13-point lead at one point. 28-15. Left side, Asher. Finds Donahue on a back cut. He drew the foul at the rim on Whitney. And shoots it twice with 4:28 to go in the third. Whitney's foul, his first and the team's second. Donahue shoots two. First one in and out. So Braden Lowry, the Rebel senior, state champion at the 126-pound division. The state wrestling final tonight at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Alex Beduya wrestles at 145 for the title here in a little bit. 32-29. Small In the lane. Pull-up shot is up and in. He got the roll from 10. Small has 6 points in the quarter. 13 in the game. The lead is 1. Babb into the forecourt finds Donahue. He's down the lane, and he's fouled at the rim again. Shoots 2 more.
I believe that might be on Hooks.
It is indeed. Hooks is third. Donahue shoots 2. 32-31. Donahue, first one up good. He has 16, does Donahue. One of 2 Rebels in double figures. Asher has 10. Javon Small 13 to pace Franklin Central. Second one up, that one rattles good. AD 3 for 4 from the line tonight. 34-31. Small down the baseline against Felmuth. Pull-up shot off the side of the backboard. Rebounded by Babb. Lynch up the floor. Finds Donahue. Corner 3 off the rim. Small with a nice block out. Baseball pass ahead to Oguion. He's in the lane. He put it up too strong. Hooks got the rebound in deep and flips it back out to Small. Small tries a 3. That's short. Long rebound grabbed by Donahue. Bounce to Carson Lynch. Carson in the lane, hanging off the window and in. A circus shot by Carson Lynch.
That was really pretty. Really fun to watch.
Given the looks of that, Jack, we got a pretty good angle on it. Looked like he kind of made that up as he went. I'm not sure he had a plan when he left his feet. Rebels have pushed the lead back to 5 with 2 straight hoops. Oguion foul line pull-up is good. That's a tough shot. As Donahue had a nice contest. All 4 of Oguion's points have come here in the quarter. 36-33. Donahue into the forecourt. Picked up by Marshall at the left arc on a switch. Dribble handoff to Felmuth. Thomas. Push off. Yep. Put the left hand up to push off. That's an easy call. Third on Thomas. Team second. Spearing's back in. And a full timeout. Called by Franklin Central. Full timeout, we'll take one as well. 36-33. Rebels lead. We're back after this on the Ascension St. Vincent Rebel Media Network.
McDonald's proudly introduces the new fresh beef quarter pounder burgers. Each one of our quarter pounder with cheese, double quarter pounder with cheese, and signature crafted recipe burgers is made with 100% fresh beef from North America and cooked right when you order it. It's hotter, juicier, and full of flavor. So good, they'll have you speechless. Visit us today across from the Greenwood Park Mall or at 7911 US 31 South, just north of Stop 11.
Marian University presents Roncalli Rebels basketball
on CBS Sports 1430, your Rebel Media Network.
Back out to Rob Brown.
Back at our CBS Sports 1430 studios at the rim. Small is fouled. He shoots 2. Spearing's foul his first. Team third. Javon Small shoots 2. First one on the way. Good. Small is 2 for 3 tonight. Flashes 4 out of 7 from the line. One more on the way for the 6'1 junior. That one is no good. And rebounded by Babb. 2-point Rebel lead, 36-34. Lynch to the far sideline. Stop and go drive on Oguion. He got to the rim and laid it in with the left hand. Carson Lynch with some creativity here in the quarter. He has 2 buckets. Whitney Works on Spearing, muscles into the rim and draws a foul.
Spearing, muscles into the rim and draws a foul.
Whitney just a little too big for Spearing there in the paint.
Just a little too big for Spearing there in the
paint.
paint.
Nick with two. Team fourth. Whitney shoots two. Whitney is 2 for 3 tonight.
2 for 3 tonight.
First one on the way, kicks off the rim. Jashawn Bates is into the ball game. That one's good by Whitney. 38-35. The Rebel lead is 3. Spearing breaks the press with Lynch. Carson backs the dribble out. Out the timeline, gets a high screen from Asher. Spearing off a screen, dump pass into Asher. He fakes, turns, shoots off the board, jump hook up and in. And he faked a pass to the corner and Donahue, and that gave him a little extra space, Jack.
Yeah, that was a good little fake out because Donahue was honestly wide open for that three.
Small looked at a three, dribbles to the foul line, spins away, unloads top side to Bates. Right wing Whitney. Gives to Marshall. He works on Babb. Babb cut him off on the drive. 5-point Rebel lead. Bates steps into a foul line jumper that's too strong. And Babb with a nice screen away takes the rebound from Marshall. Here comes Spearing. Unloading the block to Asher. Daniel finds Babb cutting, he put it up and in. That's great movement off the ball by Babb. He has 7.
It was smart by Babb because he noticed that Asher was getting double teamed by Hooks and Bates, so it was a good move on the inside.
And both of Babb's buckets have been when he's cut to the rim and Asher's found it. The three is short by Small. He got his own rebound. He put it up. No offensive foul. Let's see. There's contact. Yep, it's a charge.
That's his fourth. All charges.
All charges. Boy, you rarely see that. So now the leading scorer, Small, has picked up his fourth foul. Much to the dismay of the Franco Central faithful. 42-35. 55 and 3/10 seconds to go. Here in the third, the Rebel lead is 7. Franco Central gotten it within 1 at 32-31. Rebels so far have held them off, though. Donahue working on Whitney to the top of the key, gives a Spearing. Davis came in, by the way, for Small after that fourth foul. Asher rolling to the bucket, finds Babb for 3. Oh, my. Missed. Asher taps at the rebound. He came up the back. That's 4. That's 4 on Daniel. Team fifth. Now, Hooks has 3 fouls. Let's see if they put Hooks back in the game. With Asher with 4 fouls.
I think size matchup.
Chuck McKenzie's come on. The Rebels get very small when Asher is not in the game. Final 30 seconds of the third quarter. The Rebel lead is 7. Ogayon out near the timeline with 24. Left in the quarter. Ogayon holds. He waits. 15 seconds left in the quarter. The Rebel lead is 7. Now Ogayon goes. Gives to Bates. He works on Babb, flips it up, it rolls off from 8 feet, and he runs right up the back of Babb and commits the foul. Bates is third and the team's 5th. So the Rebels get it back with 3 seconds, 3 1/10. Thomas Felmuth rushing into the game. So the Rebels have 3 1/10 seconds to work with. They have to go the length of the floor. Chuck McKenzie's the inbounder. The Flashers choose not to contest it. Into Lynch. Carson up the floor. Felmuth fakes, shoots, 3 on the way. He got it. They'll wave it off. That's the right call. Yeah, the pump fake. The pump fake caused him to hesitate just enough, and they wave it off. That's a good call. 42-35, the Rebels lead by 7. We head to the final quarter. Have it after this on the Ascension St. Vincent Rebel Media Network.
Marian University wants to know, what are you made of? At Marian University, our students are made of character and faith. Our students are service-minded and want to make a difference in the world. Our students possess the skills and intellect required of leaders. Come to Marian University, Indy's premier Catholic university, and let us help you find out what you're made of. You can apply for free today at marian.edu.
Roncalli Rebels basketball.
Presented by Marian University.
Marian University, we're back at it. CBS Sports 1430. Here's Rob Brown.
Marian University asks, what are you made of? Find out now by filling out an application. It's free and it takes less than 15 minutes. Visit them at marian.edu. Go Knights. Go Knights.
Well, Franklin Central outscores the Rebels in the quarter, 16-13. The Rebels take a 7-point lead. The Rebels take a 7-point lead. 42-35 into the final 8 minutes. Franklin Central ball out of the quarter break. Marshall out there with Hooks and Ogayon. Small brings it back out front to Davis. Right side Ogayon against Donahue. Ogayon to the baseline. Donahue cut him off. Ball reversed to Small in the left wing. Ogayon backs it out. Rebel lead is 7. Ogayon drives to the wing. Small against Felmuth. Now picked up by Donahue on a switch. Crossed him up in the lane, flipped it up, and he got the roll. Small was 16. 42-37. Down the baseline, Felmuth. Cut off, back out to Donahue. Donahue drives on Marshall. Bounce to Felmuth. Thomas backs it out. Rebels up 5. Right side, Babb. Hooks poked it free, out of bounds. Oh, off of Babb, last touch. So Hooks forces a turnover. 42-37. And what's the call? Well, baseline official just stopped play. I'm not sure why. Weird. Now we're set. Small splits the double team. Finds Ogayon for a spot up 3. That's off the rim. McGinsey one-hands the rebound. Nice block out by Chuck. Up the floor, Felmuth. Donahue in the right corner. Gives to McGinsey. Out to Lynch. 6.5 to go. Lynn's picked up by Hooks on a switch. Carson down the lane. In trouble. Flipped it up. Flipped it in. He drew the foul. Oh, my. Carson Lynch repeatedly going into the bag of tricks tonight.
Wow.
And Javon Small is fouled out of the game. Oh, my goodness. Javon Small is fouled out of the game. He can't believe it.
Wow.
Wow. And now Derek Lynn is having a very animated conversation with Jalen Hooks. Small is taking his time. He's got 30 seconds.
FC student section chanting for Smalls.
Whitney's back in. Carson Lynch was 6. There's a lot of traffic there in front of the rim. There's a couple different players that could have taken that foul. Carson tries to complete the three-point play. Free throw on the way. Got it. Lead back to 8. Big play. 45-37. 6:25 to go. Davis in the right corner. Throws a pass right up the foot of Whitney. Lynch on a foot race to the bucket. Put it up. Put it in. Drew the foul. Davis too late. Carson Lynch going to work. Jackie puts this crazy spin on the ball that you wonder how it goes in.
I don't even know how he does it, but it's amazing, honestly.
Carson, free one up, free one in. He has 6 points in the last 25 seconds. 25. And the lead is 11. 48-37. Whitney on the right wing. Checked by McGinty. Leaning shot from 10 is missed and rebounded by Babb. He gives to Lynch. Cross court skip to Felmuth. Thomas to the bucket. Put it up. Put it in all the way to the rim. And the Rebels have matched their biggest lead of the night. 50-37. Chris Byers has seen enough. 30-second timeout will stay here. 30-second timeout, 5:50 to go. And the Rebels back to a 13-point lead, 50-37.
Jockish Flowers, rooted in the south side, Jockish Flowers is a household name among the community and local business alike. Family owned and operated, Jockish Flowers delivers quality through customer service action and consistently stunning displays, baskets, and stoneware. Call Jockish at 784-1614. Jockish Flowers.
Well, Franklin Central in the middle of the fourth quarter had trimmed a Rebel 13-point lead down to 1, 32-31. But an 8-0 Rebel run here has pushed it right back to 13. With 5:50 to go. 50-37. Oguillon drives in traffic, foul on the way up. Missed the shot. May have counted, but doesn't matter. He has two shots. As the foul's on Babb, his first. And the team's sixth. Oguillon was fouled in the act, though. And shoots two. First one on the way. Good. He's an 80%er. He's their best free throw shooter. Came in 20 out of 25. 50-38. Rebels up 12, make it 11. Oguillon hits them both. 50-39. Flashes show some pressure. McGinty, diagonal pass to Felmuth in the forecourt. And Donahue on the far side. He's doubled. Steps through it. Over to Felmuth on the far side. Thomas. Cross-court skip, and the long arm of Hooks steals it under the rim. Hooks down the baseline, draws a foul on Donahue on the way to the rim. That's the team foul 7. First on AD, but the 7th on the Rebels, so Hooks shoots a 1-1. Yeah, that cross-court pass isn't as easy when you've got the 6'7" long-arm Hooks under the bucket.
Yeah, he's easily able to reach up there and just knock it down right into his lap.
He shoots a 1-1, does Hooks, and that first one's up and in. He's a 62%er. It's his first free throw attempt of the night. 50-40. Rebel lead is 10. Second one up. That one's in and out. Donahue by himself has the rebound. Donahue up the floor, one-on-one against Oguillon. Double team. Finds Lynch in the corner. Michael wants time. Full timeout. Full timeout call. Our sponsors appreciate that. We'll take one as well. 5:12 to go. Rebels lead on the Beck Service Center scoreboard, 50-40. We're back after this on the Ascension St. Vincent Rebel Media Network.
Every day we go farther, try harder, and do things others think are impossible. But for people who are passionate about what they do, it's normal.
All right, we have 3 breaks left after this one.
Group in Indiana and the official orthopedic provider for the Pacers, our specialists work to treat your injury from diagnosis to recovery and get you back in the game because you were built to perform. Ortho Indy Sports Medicine, helping you get normal back, whatever your normal looks like. Learn more at orthoindy.com/sportsmedicine.
Your Rebel Media Network.
More Roncalli Rebels basketball, presented by Marian University.
CBS Sports 1430.
Back out to Rob Brown.
Rob Brown, Jack Wardzala back with you at the Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium. David Kahn handling things at our CBS Sports 1430 studios. Great video crew with us tonight. Jackson Cropper's our director. Josh Davis and Lucas Griffin on the cameras. Ben Taylor's our production assistant. Aiden Furman on the graphics tonight. And Stefan Welsh overseeing the entire operation. Daniel Asher's come back in, so Jack, he plays with 4 fouls.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. He's in huge foul trouble, and his team needs him right now.
Javon Small, the Flash's leading scorer, has fouled out earlier in this quarter.
Hooks got Hooks
has 3. Yep. Hooks has 3. He's the only player on the floor with Frank. No player on Franklin Central's roster right now has more than 3. Inbound to Felmuth out of the timeout. 50-40. Both teams are over the foul limit. Felmuth picked up his dribble in a bad spot. Gives to Lynch. Carson, checked by Davis. In the lane, and he traveled. Yep, double dribble. Either way, he turned it over. Against the pressure of Davis. McKenzie's back in.
Pulling out Asher.
Yeah, so this looks like when the Rebels have the ball, they'll have Asher in the game. But if they can get a stop and get somebody in during a dead ball for defense, McKenzie comes in, and then Babb will come over and play hooks.
Babb's been playing a really good, strong game tonight.
Ogayon along 2, in and out, rebound by McKenzie. Chuck is tied up, but the Rebels have the arrow. 4:45 left. McKenzie's giving the Rebels some nice minutes off the bench tonight.
For sure.
Asher's back in. So they go to offense, defense. Rebel ball after the tie-up. Both teams are over the foul limit. Babb gets it into Asher. Now Lynch brings it up one-on-one against the pressure of Davis. 4:39 to go. The Rebels are up 10. Lynch turns the corner in the lane, and Hooks pinned the shot, but it goes out of bounds off of Davis. Woo. Well, he volleyball pinned that thing. Hooks. And Hooks looks like he might have landed. I think he landed on somebody's foot. He's trying to kind of walk out that left ankle. Looks like he landed in traffic and blocking that shot. I think he landed on somebody's foot and rolled that left ankle over a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like he already got that ankle taped too.
In the corner, Donahue. Post pass to Asher is tipped off the inline by Hooks. So the Rebels try it again. 4.5 minutes to go. The lead is 10. 50-40. Roncalli up. Lynch. Lob into Asher. In deep against Hooks. He fakes by him. He lays it up, lays it in. Got him off his feet and twisted his way to the goal. Daniel with 14. Back to a 12-point lead. Whitney out front. Not a real three-point shooter. He's hit a couple mid-range jumpers, however. Hooks tries a 3 over Asher. That's off the front of the rim and then falls. Oh, my.
This is first 3 made tonight.
Yeah, first 3 for the team tonight. We mentioned Hooks on the season with just 3 out of 12. Felmuth double teamed in the forecourt, and his pass cross court is kicked by Marshall. Rebels reset. 3:55 left. Up 9. Hooks was determined to make one. He shot a couple early. And we talked about how the Rebels would prefer that he shoot that versus going to the bucket or shooting mid-range. Felmuth off the inbounds, fakes Hooks off his feet, blocked from behind. It goes right to Asher. He put it up and in and drew the foul. Count the bucket. Fouls on Hooks, his fourth.
Hooks now got to be careful with his fouls because if he gets another one, he's going to be on the bench with Smalls.
Well, Hooks and Ogayon both got a piece of Felmuth's shot, but that put them out of position. Asher scooped up the loose ball and laid it in. Hits the free throw. Daniel has 19. McKenzie's back in. 55-43. Asher with 19, Donahue 17. Back to a 12-point Rebel lead. 3:46 to go. Ogayon over to Davis. In the corner, Marshall. Whitney. Top of the key, back to Ogayon. He'll try a 3. That's around and off. Felmuth got away with a push. Whitney grabs the rebound and lays it in. Whitney has 8. 55-45. 3:20 to go. Rebels up 10. Lynch operating out front. Davis poked it free, but Lynch able to go in the backcourt and get it. Carson bumped at the timeline by Davis. He stomps away in frustration. Rebels are over the limit, or in the bonus, I should say. Davis has fouled his third, team 9.
FC is not liking that call right now. Their student section is booing.
Carson Lynch shoots 1 and 1. Final 1 and 1 of the night for the Rebels. Carson has a career-high 10 points.
Carson has a career-high 10 points.
3 in double figures tonight for the Rebels.
3 in double figures tonight for the Rebels.
First one on the way. Good.
First one on the way. Good.
Well, Carson's career high is 7 points. He has 7 points here in the quarter.
He has 7 points here in the quarter.
Yeah, Carson's had a very impressive quarter. His layups have been just absurdly good.
Carson hits them both.
Carson hits them both.
57-45. Rebels content to trade buckets.
Rebels content to trade
3 minutes to go. The lead is 12.
3 minutes to go. The
Davis.
lead is 12. Davis.
Over to Ogeong on the far sideline. Whitney flares out top of the key to get it. Drift to the wing. Davis 3 for 13 on the year for 3. Whitney tries a 3. He hits. Well, he was 5 for 28 coming into the season. The lead is 9. Donahue up the sideline. Into the forecourt, stop and go. Foul, flipped it up, no. At the rim, but he shoots 2 as Marshall got him. Marshall's foul, his first team 10, so the Rebels will be in the double bonus the rest of the way. Donahue with 19, or 17 in the ball game, rather.
17 in the ball game.
He shoots 2. First one up, no good. Donahue is 3 for 5 tonight. He'll have one more. To push the lead back to 10, and he does. 58-48. Ogeong, left side, Whitney, who hit a 3 moments ago. Bounce in the corner to Hooks. He's played by Babb. Davis tries a 3. That's off the rim. Rebounded by McGinzy. Chuck over to Lynch. Carson in the forecourt. Anticipates the double team, takes it to the baseline. Bounce out to McGinzy. Chuck one-hand pass to Felmuth. Thomas back to Chuck. McGinzy. Cross-court pass dangerous. Over to Babb. Michael wants time. Timeout called. 30-second timeout. He's got one of each, does Michael Wants. He'll take the 30 here. 30-second timeout, 58-48. Rebels up 10 with 2:11 to go in the ballgame.
Harding Poorman Group. As a leader and innovator in the printing industry, Harding Poorman Group's reputation as a powerful printing resource speaks volumes about who they are as a company. Their passion and commitment has not faded over time as a result. The level of trust and confidence their customers place in them is unparalleled. Harding Poorman Group, changing the way you think and feel about printing.
Well, Alec Viduya will wrestle here in a moment. He's up next at 145, I believe. Marshall swings it out to Whitney for 3. That's long. And the rebound, Davis wrestled away from Lynch, and Carson fouled him. Boy, Davis gave Carson a long stare. Davis shoots 2. Davis, these are his first free throw attempts of the season. First one up, good. 147 to go. Rebels lead by 11. 60-49. Second one up. That one's good. Bates returns for the Flashes. He's in for Davis. 60-50 our score. Matthew Babb can run the baseline. 147 to go. Into Donahue. Into the forecourt. Goes away from Babb's screen. Down to the baseline, bounce to Asher. Over to Lynch. Michael Wants says, let's spread it out. Carson. Over to Babb. Babb. Over to Lynch. Carson. And Whitney steals the ball, and Carson Lynch fouls him at the rim, makes him earn it with 1:21 to go. I think Franco Central was trying to give a foul there. Out of half court. That's Carson's fourth.
AD hit the ground pretty hard when Whitney went to go steal that ball.
Yeah, it looked like Oguion was trying to grab him. Whitney shoots two. 1:21 left. First one up, first one in. Whitney has a season high 12 tonight. Ibrahim Kamara is at the table waiting to come in. That one rolls good. Chris Byers wants time. So Franco Central takes a timeout. Full timeout. 1:21 to go. We'll go ahead and take one right now. 1:21 to go. The Rebels lead on the Beck Service Center scoreboard. 60-52. We're back after this on the Ascension St. Vincent Rebel Media Network.
Steve's Flowers and Gifts is your family-owned Indianapolis and Greenwood.
How many we got left here?
Our mission is to establish and maintain the highest level of
We have 2 more left after this one.
prices.
Copy that. Be ready for the ID, too.
Precious flowers in Indianapolis and surrounding areas.
All right, we'll do.
Exactly.
South side of Indianapolis, second to last regular season game. We're back here to wrap it up next week on Friday night, senior night. Rebels take on Brebeuf Jesuit. Sectional draws tomorrow afternoon, so the Rebels will know their tournament path by dinner time tomorrow night. Franco Central has 2 timeouts remaining. Full into 30. Rebels have a full timeout left. Possession arrow favors the Flashes. And each team is in the double bonus. Babb into Donahue. Donahue's doubled. Pivots away. Finds Felmuth. Felmuth has to get it over and does to a pass to Babb. Now Lynch out to Babb. Babb is wrapped up and fouled with 1:08 to go. This is a slippery slope at this point in the game, Jack. You can't be too passive. You still have to be aggressive. You can't just stand and wait to be fouled.
Roncalli needs to be able to just kind of move the ball around, but at the same time still be able to get fouled.
Babb, first one up and in. He has 8. Does Babb in his first career start? That foul went to Marshall. His second. Whitney is back in, as is Davis. One more for Babb on the way. Got it. 62-52. The Rebel lead is 10. Final minute. Oguion 3 out front. That's good. Timeout. Oguion. Beg your pardon. Timeout. Called by the Flashes. Full timeout called, their last one. We'll go ahead and take a break. 1:01 to go. 62-55, the Rebels lead. Back after this on the Ascension St. Vincent Rebel Media Network.
At Glander Rochford Orthodontics.
Hey, I'm going to hit an ID when we come back, David.
That job. Our team has a passion for serving our patients. Copy that. Greenwood and Indianapolis. You may start your journey at Glander Rochford Orthodontics looking for a straighter smile, but you'll leave with new friends and family. Call today at 317-888-2827 to schedule a free consultation for you, your child, and your whole family. 317-888-2827.
Presented by Marion.
1:01 to go. Alec Viduya wrestling in the final period. Up 4-2. Wrestling at 145, trying for his second state title. His teammate Braden Lowry winning the state championship at 126 earlier tonight. Both teams out of fouls. Possession arrow favors the Flashes. Each team has one timeout remaining. Bab into Lynch. Now Bab with it. Floats in the forecourt, Donahue. And Donahue's fouled by Ogayon. With 55 seconds to go. Donahue with 18. As soon as we get a chance, we'll take a station identification. As soon as we get a stoppage. Donahue misses the first. Lead is 7. And not over yet. 55 seconds left. A lot of time. One more for Donahue. That one rolls good. He has 19. 63-55. The lead is 8. Ogayon lost the handle on the dribble, but bounced to Whitney. He drives, puts it up, and too strong. Donahue wrestles the rebound away, and a tie-up is called. Flashes have the arrow. Or no, he called the foul. Oh, wow. I thought they called a tie-up, but they call a foul on Whitney instead. I was screened on the play, admittedly. I thought they were going to call a foul there. Well, while Donahue shoots these 2 free throws, let's go ahead and take our station identification now here at the top of the hour. Pausing 10 seconds to remind you you're listening to Roncalli Rebels basketball on the Ascension St. Vincent Rebel Media Network.
Indy's home for hoops is CBS Sports 1430, WXNT AM Indianapolis, WZPL HD3 Greenfield, Indianapolis.
Donahue missed the first, made the second. He has 20 on the night to lead the team. Lead is 9, 40 seconds to go. Davis, left side, Whitney for 3. It's missed. Rebound is batted to Donahue. And Donahue's foul with 31 and a half seconds to go. Fouls on Ogayon, his third. Rebels long since in the double bonus. Donahue shoots 2 more. 31 and a half seconds left. Alec Viduya goes to overtime against Anderson from Warren Central. Donahue hits the first. He has 21. Second one on the way. That one rolls good. 66-55, final 30 seconds. 3 out front by Ogayon is missed, rebounded by Asher, and a foul called. Hooks stopped the play with a foul.
Hooks fourth.
That's his fifth. Yeah, he's done. He's fouled out.
2 players.
No, they call that to Whitney.
2 players.
They gave it to Whitney.
Oh, okay.
His third.
His
third. The clock did not stop. Clock did not stop on the whistle. Right away on the whistle. So they'll put 28-5 up. Asher shoots 2. Foul went to Whitney. 28 and a half seconds to go, and the Rebels are up 11. First one up and in.
Viduya just won.
And Alec Viduya wins in overtime, 6-4. So the Rebels have 2 state champions tonight. Not a bad night. Asher hits both free throws. Not a bad night here as well. As the Rebels have scored a season-high 68 points, 25 seconds left. Davis hits a 3 timeout. 30-second timeout. That's all he has left. We'll go ahead and stay here. 68-58. The lead is 10. So Roncalli has 2 state champions tonight in wrestling. Alec Viduya at 145. He becomes the first male athlete in any sport here at Roncalli to win 2 state championships.
Very impressive. It's awesome to come in as a freshman for him and win state his first year in, and then be able to wrap up on a good note and win state again as a senior.
68-58. Franco Central's out of timeout. 68-58.
68-58.
22 and a half seconds to go.
22 and a half
Bab
seconds to go.
into Asher. Daniel pivots away, finds Bab in the backcourt. Up to head to Asher. Daniel to the bucket. Reverse dunk with the right hand. Oh, my.
Awesome.
Second dunk of the night for Asher. 70-58. Whitney hits a three. And the Rebels will flip it in, and they'll do it. Michael Wants chest bumps Asher, and the Rebels with a season-high 70 points. It's all Rebels here in the final three quarters. Very impressive win for Roncalli, most impressive win of the season. Rebels defeating their Southside rival, the Franklin Central Flashes, here at home tonight by the final score of 70-61. We're going to step out, take a break. When we come back, we'll tell you all about it on tonight's Steve's Flowers and Gifts postgame show. Coming up next on the Ascension St. Vincent Rebel Media Network.
Hi folks, it's Ben Stallings from Beck Service Center.
Hey,
As
take what
longtime
you need
supporters
here,
of
David.
Roncalli High School, we are proud to back the Rebel athletic team.
Okay, this is going to be about a 3.5 minute break. Is that okay?
Copy that. That's good.
That is how we approach the automotive repair business.
Copy that.
Fixing cars. Located at the southeast corner of Madison and Edgewood, we appreciate your support and are grateful for your business. Go Rebels.
How can you help your family? Advanced Funeral Planning. Lauk and Veldoff Funeral and Cremation Services has been serving the South Side and greater Indianapolis community since 1896. We offer compassionate care and a no-obligation consultation with affordable options. We're here to help 24/7. We are proud to be a part of the Roncalli family and the Archdiocese of Indianapolis. Call us today at 317-636-6655.
Schedule online anytime. Getting an appointment with Ascension Care Teams at St. Vincent just got easier with online scheduling. Now you don't have to break away from your day to book the care you need when and where you need it. No matter where you are or what you're up to, whether you're a new patient or if you've been here before, just pick the appointment that works for you. Schedule online anytime at getstvincentcare.com.
McDonald's proudly introduces the new fresh beef quarter pounder burgers. Each one of our quarter pounder with cheese, double quarter pounder with cheese, and signature crafted recipe burgers is made with 100% fresh beef from North America and cooked right when you order it. It's hotter, juicier, and full of flavor. So good, they'll have you speechless. Visit us today across from the Greenwood Park Mall or at 7911 US 31 South, just north of Stop 11.
Where did I get my car loan? At IMCU, Indiana Members Credit Union. I was pre-approved in minutes. It was so simple. Got my car the same day. Now I manage my payments on the mobile app. IMCU kept it simple and pain-free. We've been IMCU members for years, and we will be for life. Just feel like part of the family at IMCU, Indiana Members Credit Union.
Get pre-approved before you buy at imcu.com. Subject to credit approval.
Injured? OrthoIndy Urgent Care Clinics are available to treat your bone, joint, and muscle injuries. OrthoIndy Urgent Care Clinics are located in Indianapolis, Brownsburg, Fishers, Greenwood, and Westfield, and are open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday. Weekend hours are also available. Avoid the wait, cost, and drama of the ER. Visit OrthoIndy Urgent Care for bone, joint, and muscle injuries. Visit orthoindy.com/urgent care for more information.
Marian University wants to know.
30 seconds.
University, our students are made of character and faith. Our students are service-minded and want to make a difference in the world. Our students possess the skills and intellect required of leaders. Come to Marian University, Indy's premier Catholic university, and let us help you find out what you're made of. You can apply for free today at marian.edu.
Roncalli Rebels basketball on CBS Sports 1430. Powered by Marian University. Time for the Steve's Flowers and Gifts postgame show.
Rob Brown and Jack Wardzala back with you at the Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium. Rebels defeat Franklin Central tonight by the score of 70-61. Let's take a look at how the game unfolded. Franklin Central's only lead was early at 6-2 and 8-4. It's a 13-10 Rebel lead after one quarter of play. Rebels then with a 16-9 advantage in the second quarter, led 29-19 at the half. Third quarter, Franco Central came out firing as you would expect, and they cut what was once a 13-point Rebel lead down to 1, Jack, 32-31. But to the Rebels' credit, they never did surrender the lead in that third quarter. And they were able to get it back to 7 by the end of the quarter at 42-35 as a 16-13 Rebel advantage in the period. And then in the fourth quarter, the Rebels put the game away from the foul line, going 14 for 17 from the line in the final quarter. And tying a season high in the process with 28 points. It's 28-26 Rebel advantage in the period as Roncalli with a season high for points tonight with 70. And this is just from a computer ranking standpoint, this is the best team the Rebels have defeated this year. Franco Central came in ranked in the top 30 in the state. That's all classes, 400 programs, top 30 in the state. And the Rebels were able to post a 9-point victory. Very impressive outing by the Rebels tonight.
Agreed.
And looking up something real quick, the Rebels did something they have not done in quite some time. 3 years to be exact, and that's have two players score 20 points. Anthony Donahue had 22, Daniel Asher 21, and as a result, it's the first time you have to go all the way back to January 11th, 2017. January 11th, 2017, the last time the Rebels had two players score over 20 points. That was Christian Stewart and Daniel Asher, or Christian Stewart and Colin Sonderman in a win at Beech Grove. We're going to get the coach all set up here as soon as we get Coach going to pull a chair in here for us, and we'll get him in this camera shot. We're not used to talking on camera, so we'll do the best we can here, Coach. Very solid win for your team. We were just talking about the fact that now Franco Central hit 5 threes in the fourth quarter to have a 26-point quarter, but through 3 quarters you had a team that was averaging 62 points a game, sitting at 35 points. What were you doing defensively that gave them trouble?
I thought we did it early on. Javon Slaw, I think, got the first 3 offensive rebounds, and then after that, I felt that we settled down a little bit. Coach Warnke, Jamin Warnke, did a great job with the scouts, so we kind of knew a little bit what they were trying to do. So I guess I would just say getting out on shooters and getting the first rebound always helps there.
On the offensive end, it seemed like you were able to get them in some situations defensively where they were overhelping and maybe got their rotations out of whack and able to attack the backside of that defense.
Yeah, it's hard against a team that pressures a little bit like that. It's like you want to have a mix of running some of your sets, but then sometimes you just have to run some motion as well. So I thought our guys did a nice job. We jammed it into Danny early, then we kind of got away from that, but we got back to it. Obviously, Donahue was good. And Carson Lenz was outstanding tonight, because sometimes when they pressure, the best thing to do is just drive right by them and go late in.
Well, and tonight we saw something we haven't seen a whole lot of tonight this season, and that's Daniel Asher, the passer. And Jack and I were talking, both of Bab's field goals tonight came off of cuts in the third quarter where Bab recognized the double coming, he dove right to the rim.
Yeah, those two work well together. Bab makes a great, our best cutters are probably Bab, Aller, and Felmuth, and so you need some cutters against pressure like that, and they're out pressuring, and they made a couple great cuts. Just a great night. Such a good team, it's a well-coached athletic team over there, and we'll talk more on later about it, but like the sectional's wide open, looking at scores, and if we play like that, why not?
Well, and we'll talk about the draw that's tomorrow. We'll talk about that certainly before Friday's game. But given what this game means in terms of beating this Franco Central team, we were just talking before you came on air with us, from a Sagarin rating standpoint, it's the best team you've beaten all year. They're in the top 30 coming into tonight's action. First time you've beaten a team in the Sagarin top 30 since senior night 2 years ago when Buff came in. So what does a win like that, this is the first real signature win for this group.
For this group.
Yeah.
For this group.
No, you're right. And again, you're right. And again, not to oversimplify, but why not? Why not anybody else? I mean, that's a talented team. We went toe to toe. We fought our tails off on the rebounding. And those are the like the rest of the way. It's good teams, right? Because it's Brebeuf, and then it's sectional, hopefully regional and on. It's solid. Well-coached athletic teams. So, we just have to keep being prepared for things like that.
Well, we'll let you go enjoy this one, Coach. Thanks for the time.
Jack's got a
question.
Yeah, Coach, you think how much momentum will this win give your team into the sectional draw?
I think a lot, Jack. I do. I think Beach Grove was a good win. The weeks mirrored each other a little bit. I felt like we were a little disappointed about the loss at came back with a great win here against Beach Grove. Kind of disappointed on Tuesday night that we didn't get that win. We thought those were two wins that we could have had. And then things were kind of crazy. I was out of town a little bit. The assistants were awesome. The team was awesome. And you just never know. We're out with, we play an athletic team without our most athletic player. That's why you play the games, right? You never know.
Coach, we appreciate it, and we'll catch up with you next week.
Hi, Mom in Union City. Love you.
That's Rebel head coach Michael Watts. We appreciate him taking a few minutes for us here on the Steve's Flowers and Gifts post-game show. We're going to go ahead and take a 60-second break. Come back. We'll total everything up. We'll run down tonight's scores. We'll hand out our player of the game, and we'll talk about next week's schedule. All that coming up next. In 60 seconds on the Ascension St. Vincent Rebel Media Network.
Steve's Flowers and Gifts is your family-owned Indianapolis and Greenwood florist. Our mission is to establish and maintain the highest level of floral value and customer service at comfortable consumer prices. For the best and freshest flowers in Indianapolis and surrounding areas, Steve's Flowers and Gifts has exactly what you're looking for. Check out our wide selection of flower arrangements to make your next occasion memorable. Call 317-787-3431.
Last break here, David.
Or visit us at 3150 East Thompson Road.
Copy that.
Anytime. Getting an appointment with Ascension Care Teams at St. Vincent just got easier with online scheduling. Now you don't have to break away from your day to book the care you need when and where you need it. No matter where you are or what you're up to, whether you're a new patient or if you've been here before, just pick the appointment that works for you. Schedule online anytime at getstvvincentcare.com.
Roncalli Rebels basketball is back with the Steve Flowers and Gifts postgame show on CBS Sports 1430.
Rob Brown and Jack Wardzala back for the final time here on the Steve's Flowers and Gifts postgame show. Rebels defeat Franklin Central by the score of 70. 261. Let's take a look at tonight's final totals. Jack has those.
Number 10, Benny with 9 points. Javon Small with 16. Jalen Hooks with 10. Whitney with 16. Demarius Davis with 5. Brian Marshall with 4. Jashawn Bates with 2. And then for FC, they were 12 for 17 in free throws, and they had 5 threes. And on the other hand, for Roncalli Rebels, Anthony Donahue with 22, Thomas Spellmuth with 6, Carson Lentz with 12, and Daniel Asher with 21, along with Matt Babb with 9. Now, the Rebels, they hit 3 threes, and then they were 2 for 27 for free throws.
22 for 27. My bad. 22 for 27.
My bad.
Huge difference. Let's go ahead and update the records. Franklin Central drops its second in a row, falls to 13-8 on the year, 5-5 on the road. They'll wrap up their regular season on Friday night at Perry Meridian next week, and then participate in the sectional at Shelbyville. Meanwhile, the Rebels even their record at 10-10, 6-3 at home, 5-2 here since moving across the parking lot to the Vinny. They'll wrap up the regular season next Friday night here at home on senior night against Brebeuf Jesuit. Franklin Central still with a dominant lead in the all-time series, 26-10, and the Flashes have won 9 of the 13 games played here at Roncalli. But the win tonight by Roncalli keeps the streak alive. The teams have split the last 7 meetings, and the home team has won the last 5. So that streak holds up tonight. Time now to hand out our player of the game. Boy, there's so many different places we could go with this. We talked about first time in 3 years that their Rebels had 2 players score over 20, but we're going to give it to Carson Lynch, one of 3 in double figures. He had a career-high 12 tonight, 8 big points in the fourth quarter when the Rebels needed the most. And, boy, you hear a lot at all levels, Jack, about when you're protecting the lead down the stretch, whether it's CYO ball, high school, college, the pros, your point guard's got to make free throws in the fourth quarter when you're holding the lead. And Carson was 4 for 4 tonight in the fourth quarter.
Carson was not only did he have insane finishes that were and ones, but he was able to put back, get a third point off that, and able to capitalize on the fact that he made that shot, and that came in a crucial moment when the Rebels needed to be able to get back and increase their lead as FC was scoring. It was perfect. So Ortho Indy player of the game,
Carson Lynch, the junior, with a career-high 12 points. He's tonight's Ortho Indy star of the game.
At Ortho Indy, their mission is to provide the highest quality comprehensive bone, joint, and muscle care to patients throughout the Midwest, the United States, and around the world. From diagnosis to recovery, their team is ready to get you back into action. Choose Ortho Indy to be your official orthopedic provider.
Well, we'll be back with you on Friday night, senior night, next Friday night here at the Vinny. 7:15 our pregame, 7:30 our tip time. Watch that game on the school YouTube channel or listen on CBS Sports 1430 or RebelMediaNetwork.com. All those outlets. We'll have that for you next Friday night. We hope you can join us. But a great win, Jack. A great way to round out the weekend. And the Rebels heading into the final week of the regular season. All sorts of momentum, being a very strong Franklin Central team tonight. That'll about do it here from the Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium. Tonight's ball game has been a production of the Rebel Media Network. The executive producer is Gary Armbruster. Our technical director is Darla Coop. Our network producer is Mr. Cole Dunbar. Our in-studio producer is David Kahn, keeping us on track and on time per usual. And our great video crew tonight, our director Jackson Cropper, camera operators Josh Davis and Lucas Griffin, our production assistant Ben Taylor, and our graphics man tonight, Aiden Furman, and our production supervisor is Stefan Welsh. Again, to our final tonight from Roncalli. The Rebels defeat Franklin Central by the score of 70-61. Till we talk to you next time, Friday night, on behalf of our entire Rebel Media Network crew, Ben Rob Brown saying, so long, everybody. So long, everybody.
Roncalli Rebels basketball on CBS Sports 1430. Powered by Marian University, Ascension St. Vincent, McDonald's,